Hi everyone, and welcome to the first video of this channel, The House on James. My name is Kate. I am a co-owner of an Airbnb with my husband Shane. Our Airbnb is located in Knowlton, Quebec. It's a little lake town about 1 hour east of Montreal. And I decided to make this channel because I want to document all of our hosting experiences and share it with others. I love watching these types of videos. I've spent hours and hours watching these types of videos, and so now that we have our own Airbnb, I figured why not make our own channel and document it and share it with others. Hopefully we can end up sharing some tips and tricks and insights along the way, and if not, it's just a fun outlet to share what we're doing and what works for us. As you can probably tell, I am filming myself on a phone in my car. I don't have any fancy equipment. I don't have any camera. For right now, we're just going to do this on the phone. I have tried to film this several times. I do have a 7-month-old who is currently sleeping in the back seat. So anyone with a child, especially a baby, knows how hard it is to film or get anything done, really. So I have to take opportunities where I can. And today that just so happens to be in the car at the park. So for this first video, I do want to share some before and after photos of the house that we are renting out on Airbnb. This is the first house that Shane and I have purchased together, and we actually purchased the house and did a complete reno on the entire thing. I should actually say my husband Shane and his father did a complete reno. We gutted the entire house and redid it. Unfortunately, we didn't know we were going to be filming or putting anything on YouTube at the time, so don't have any film of that, but I do have some really cool before and after photos to show, so I thought that would be kind of interesting to show and explain what we did, how we transformed the space. It was really scary when we first walked in there. So we kind of knew eventually that we were gonna probably rent the house out. We didn't know we were gonna do it so soon. So we did the renos. We did the renos with the intentions of living there for a while. So all of the renos were our style. We weren't necessarily thinking Airbnb when we were choosing design or layout or anything like that. I still think the house is great for an Airbnb, but we didn't have that in mind when we were doing the renos. So as you can see in some of these photos, the house when we first walked in was an absolute nightmare. There were pink, gross carpets pretty much throughout the whole house. The kitchen was a tiny galleyway kitchen with turquoise cupboards, super tight. I'm not even sure that you could open a dishwasher and then get by the dishwasher. And you actually entered the house through the carport into that tiny little galleyway kitchen. There was no front door on the house when we bought it, so that was something that we had to add. As you can see, the bathroom was super outdated. I'm not sure that it had been touched since the house was built. The bedrooms were very plain with that pink carpet. Did have some pretty gross wallpaper in one of the bedrooms. I'm not sure if we have pictures of that, but I'll insert them if we do. Um, the front door of the house was actually on the other side of the house. So when the house was built, the front of the home was on the opposite end as it is now. There were just fields behind the house. Now there are houses built, and we actually are the first house in the entrance of a really cute development. But we were one of the first houses to be built in this development, so there was nothing behind us, which is why there was no front door. So we ended up removing the window in the dining space that was there before and putting our front door there. Then we closed off where the original front door was, and we made that a little office space, which is actually where I work from home when I'm not on mat leave and I'm back at my tech job. The house was originally a 3-bedroom home. The third bedroom was super tiny. I'd say it was more of an office size room, but I guess you could have turned it into a child's room or something. But we actually decided to take the wall down on that third room and turn it into our dining area space and relocate the stairs to the basement there as well. So we did technically make the house smaller by making it a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, but we do have plans to renovate the basement and add a 3rd bedroom, second living space and a second bathroom down there eventually. And we want to do some landscaping outside, probably put in a hot tub at some point. So that would be a cool video to see. I see so many YouTube videos with hosts saying that their Airbnb bookings have jumped ever since putting in a hot tub. So we are definitely looking into that, probably sooner rather than later. So that'll be a cool video to document. So I should preface this channel or this first video by saying that I am not going into this blind. This is the first Airbnb that we own the home and that we're renting out, but it is not the first time that Shane and I are operating an Airbnb. I used to have an apartment that I rented out when I was on vacation, or I would just go stay at my mom's and rent it out for some extra money. As well as the last apartment that Shane and I lived in together. He was the manager of the building, so we were able to rent out one of the vacant apartments on Airbnb. So we do have a little bit of experience doing this already. Also, I did grow up in a family who has owned restaurants and hotels, so hospitality is kind of in my blood. I am currently on mat leave, but my day job actually is to manage a team that coaches hosts. So I don't work for Airbnb, but I do work for a peer-to-peer marketplace. It's a tech company that specializes in the outdoors. It's a very similar concept to Airbnb, and I actually created the program that I manage now for that company, where we help hosts list on our website, and we coach them. We teach them how to create a really enticing listing. We teach them how to communicate with renters, what they should offer, what they shouldn't offer. So I do have that as experience as well. And hopefully that does come across in the listing that we have and in the reviews that we receive on our Airbnb. So just a few ideas of stuff that I want to document on this channel. I love watching the revenue YouTube videos that people make, Airbnb hosts make, when they go over the end of month and how much money they've made versus how much their expenses were. Really looking forward to looking back at that and documenting that for us, as well as to share with other people. I think it's super interesting, depending on where you live and what you have in the town that you list your Airbnb in, how much money that you can make versus, let's say, somebody who's in downtown LA. So we are a very, very small town, kind of in the middle of nowhere, but we're also known for a couple of things. So we do have a lot of tourists that visit us. It's just very seasonal. If you are an avid murder mystery reader and you know the author Louise Penny, it's actually the town that all of her books are based in. So that's kind of cool if you're into that type of thing. We have a lot of people that come down from the States. Vermont, we're right on the Vermont border. We're about 20 minutes away. So we have a lot of people who love Louise Penny and her books that come every summer just to visit the town. So that's pretty cool. We also have about 4 or 5 different ski hills, all within 15 to 20 minutes from Knowlton. And of course, a beautiful lake, why most people come, I would say, especially in the summertime. So it's a really cute town. It's tiny, but it is awesome for vacations. So thanks for watching our first video on this YouTube channel. Hopefully there will be more to come soon. Also, if you have any ideas of different videos that you want to see from an Airbnb host, or I should say a short-term rental host, because we do eventually want to have our own booking website, please leave a comment. I love watching these videos. I know that there are other people out there that love watching them as well. Whether they're the financial videos or just walkthroughs, experiences with guests, anything that you can think of that you think would be interesting, let us know. Thanks so much. Bye.